Do you sometimes feel thinly stretched, like you're giving to everyone, but you don't have time for yourself? In fact, you're losing yourself. Overwhelm and burnout very often stem from the very same place: weak boundaries. Now today, I'm going to give you 4 practical strategies to help you protect your peace without pushing people away. So let's dive in. The first strategy is very simple but powerful. Protect your time. Time is sacred, and you cannot lead or love or live your abundant life if your calendar rules your day. So why don't you do this? At the start of your week, block out certain times for what you consider important in your life, and don't compromise on that. When people come and make demands, just reply by saying, I already have something planned for that. Or be a bit more specific and say, I've prioritized my family in that time. We can do it tomorrow or later in the week. Protect your time. Doing that is not selfish. It's essential to protect your energy, your productivity, and enable you to live that abundant life. The second thing is clear communication. High performers often assume that other people know their limits. This is not true. It's not their job, it's your job, and you need to communicate that clearly with them. So here's a practical tip for that communication. You don't need to over-explain. Just make clear, honest statements. I have already decided to do XYZ in that time, or I'm prioritizing my family, or I'm going to do this or that. You don't have to be specific, but make sure it's a clear communication. It's very important to pre-decide your boundaries. Do you know what your boundaries are? Will you be able to communicate those boundaries with people? I know how easy it is to blur the line between work and home, between personal and professional, especially when you are passionate about something. But you have to clearly define your own boundaries. Clear boundaries saves energy, and weak ones drain. That leads us to our next strategy. Define personal and professional limits. Leaders, creatives, and caregivers often overgive of themselves because they care. They take on responsibilities and even emotional loads that they do not have to carry. This will only lead to burnout. You have to be clear about your capacity. At work, say something like, I'll help you with this, but it remains your responsibility. Or at home, say, I really need an evening to just rest, an easy evening just to regain my strength. Here's a great idea. Why don't you block out peace-protecting days in your week, and then don't compromise on that. You see, boundaries do not lessen your compassion. It helps you to be consistent. And finally, this one is where things get real. Confidence. You can know this will definitely happen. People will always try to push your boundaries, but backing down is just going to drain your energy. Think about boundaries like a fence around a garden, protecting what grows and what's beautiful. So start small. Say no to one unnecessary thing. Communicate one clear boundary. Take one day that you prioritize what's important to you. Just start with those small steps and you'll feel your own energy coming back to you. And remember, there will be pushback. People will be used to treating you in a certain way, but just stand firm. Just say, I hear what you say, but I've decided to do this. I'm going to stick to my plan. Confidence will grow as you honor your values, as you honor the choice to keep your boundaries strong. So, this is what I want you to remember today. Boundaries aren't walls to push people away. They are promises about who you want to be and the life that you want to live. Take responsibility. Guard your time, your energy, and your life. And this week, just pick one strategy and implement that in your life. Block out a time for yourself. Say no to a certain event. Communicate clearly what your boundary is. Start small, but start. Remember, you don't have to overperform to show the world that you are worth it. You are already enough. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And if this resonates with you, why don't you let us know in the comments about a boundary win that you've experienced in your own life. And please like, share, and hit the subscribe button. And remember, your better tomorrow starts today.